Excuse me, I'm thinking here.
Hello, welcome to the Shower Thoughts podcast with me, your host, Emily. We are currently sitting in the shower of my dorm room in CT Hall at UConn. This idea was born from in my notes app. I just put my shower thoughts, and I just thought people probably have these too. And so let's discuss. Welcome, so happy to have you. And I was sharing my shower thoughts with my friends, and it sparked some great conversation. And I just thought this would be so fun. This would be so fun. And when you get bored, you make a podcast. And that's kind of my solution to a lot of things. I did start one 2 summers ago in between school ending and my internship starting. And it was a great way to kill time. And I had a lot of fun making it. And so we're going to do it again. I just have a lot of thoughts. What can I say? I'm a pensive gal. I have the most shower thoughts in the morning. And then as the day goes on, they decrease, especially like if I'm working out on my walk back from the gym, boom, I'm usually hit with like five. And so I write them down and I have categorized my shower thoughts in different sections. I thought it'd be best to start off with a question, you know? So the first question is, why do only children get to stare? Now, I I feel like we're just curious beings. We gotta look, we gotta stare, we gotta see what's up. If this couple is having a heated conversation, I will be staring and watching. I am invested. I look at the body language. I kind of try to make a story in my head. But no, like we're not allowed to stare as grown-ups or adults because at this point we should know it's not appropriate. You should give people privacy. But I want to know. I want to know what's up. Because also think about it. When we talk, eye contact is very important, yet we're not allowed to stare. It's only when we're talking to you that we're allowed to look at you. I don't think that's fair. I really don't. And I also, this was like a kind of a sub question. It's not really a question, more of a statement, but people watching is a cute hobby. Like usually when you're on a first date with a couple, you're like, oh, this is such a good people watching place. You're gonna go to the park. And then, but watching people is creepy. My friend Ashling was saying that all about semantics, because people watching kind of sounds like you're looking at a mass of people. You're just observing. Whereas watching people seems more targeted, like you're following a specific person. But that does make a lot of sense. And when she said that, I was like, damn, you are philosophical. That was good. Semantics, hello. But when I'm people watching, I do hone in on a certain group that seems the most entertaining to me. And yes, I'll bop around, but there's usually only like a select like two to three that I really hone in on. Everyone else, I don't, whatever. I remember in New York, we were having a picnic and eating bagels, and there was this group over there that had like a full on spread. Like they had chairs and tables and pillows. It was so decorated, had the centerpieces and all that. And so we literally watched them. We watched them. And then we found the company that organized like the decorations for that. And then went on the website. And then I asked them to guess the prices of each of the items. Holy crap, it was so expensive. I think for just one chair, I think it was $50 to rent, not even to own. So that was eye opening. But we wouldn't have learned that if we didn't people watch or watch people. So I think we should stare more. Stare more, be curious. Why is it not okay to do that? I did yesterday in the dining hall. There was a girl that literally she was looking at me. Now the thing is, when I'm staring at a person, the minute we lock eyes, I look away. This girl kept staring. She held it. But then I'm like, was she looking at me? Was she looking past me? I don't know. But I was like, hello? I like turned around. I was like, what is she looking at? I don't. So that one, okay. I just want to know what was up? What did she notice? No, I'm gonna stare at it. I'm gonna see what's behind me. So that's that one. That's the question. So yeah, think about that. Stare, be curious. Next one is kind of a pop culture shower thought. So Potterhead, like people that are big into Harry Potter. I just realized that it's a play on the word pothead, where people are really into weed, but they're into Harry Potter. Like, what? Mind blowing. Now, I have not fact checked this. Most of my shower thoughts are not fact checked. This is just merely my brain. And what I think we should do more as a society is stop being quick to Google things. Just sit in that discomfort, sit in that not knowing, and just kind of let your mind wander. Because if we're so quick to find the truth, we just kind of lose that wonder and exploration, I feel. So, yeah, I'm not going to fact check it, but I think Potterhead is a play on the word pothead. And I think that's pretty true. And I like to think that I'm right. So, we're going to keep with that thought. Next, we're going to observations. This has been a topic of discussion that I've had with my friends this past week. Like every friend I've met with, I have asked them this question and they have been able to answer confidently. And it is that everyone is a rice, bread, or potato person. And that is true. I am able to guess which one my friends are easily. Like I am a rice person through and through. I love me a rice bowl. I prefer meals that I eat with forks. I don't really like handheld meals because I'm pescatarian, and so most times when I get a sandwich, and I go, if I am so sad whenever I go to like a catered event and it's lunch and I know that they're going to serve sandwiches and I know the vegetarian option is going to be cheese and vegetables. It is so unsatiating. I feel like I'm eating air. I do not like sandwiches. It's not going to be my first choice. My first choice will always be rice. Like I probably have rice twice a day, especially at UConn for dining halls. Like I probably have rice twice a day. My friend Erin, like I knew that she was a bread person before she even said she was a bread person. I remember she like at lunch she always has the same sandwich like back in high school. And then potato person, I know like my friends Nina and Olivia are obviously potato people. Like I just ask your friends, are you rice, bread, or potato? And they have a thought. They have a thought, they think, and then they have their answer. So I also feel like people that are bread people are people that love breakfast. If they love breakfast food, and then people that like potato people usually like more comfort foods like mac and cheese, usually have more of a sweet tooth. And then rice, I just feel like maybe they're more active, they maybe are more health conscious. I just feel like everyone falls into the three categories. I think that vampires would be tattoo artists if they were real. Because tattoo artists, most times, like their hours are at night. It's dark. The rooms have curtains for privacy, and it's very gothic, medieval vibes. And needles, blood, all of that. I just feel vampires would be such good tattoo artists. It's the perfect career path for them. And this next section is men. I love to observe the male species. I think they're so fascinating and confusing. And one observation that I've had for a long time, especially being at UConn, is I noticed that guy friends sit diagonal from each other. They don't sit directly across. They usually sit like one seat over. And I want to know why. Here's what my guess is. I feel like it's because they get more space. They like more space, and maybe sitting across is too intimate, saved for like a romantic partner, I'm thinking. I don't know. And maybe like also guys spread out when they sit. Their legs go all the way to the other end of the table. So maybe it's for leg space. It's also probably for plate space because in the dining halls people usually have like 2 to 3 plates. So I'm thinking it's about space and intimacy. I think that's really the reason they sit diagonal. Once again, not fact checked. I should go one day go up to a guy in the dining hall that is sitting diagonal from his friend and be like, so why do you do that? Why is that a thing? Last but not least, we're going to end on a philosophical topic, and that is the difference between joy and happiness. How I define joy and happiness, the clear, distinct thing is the length of time that it lasts. I think joy is a deep feeling. It's something that is pure and deeper, whereas happiness is more fleeting, surface level. It's happiness would be seeing a cute dog. Once the dog is gone, the happiness is gone. Or maybe you might have some happiness just lingering, but maybe for only like a few more minutes, and then you're back to your like baseline emotion. Whereas joy, that's something that is long lasting. Say it could be a healthy friendship that you have, or like a sisterhood that you have with one of your friends, and you're just very grateful, and you just feel so much joy. You're just so grateful for what you have, and you're very content with what you have. It's a place of comfort and security. That's what I think joy is. The final segment of the show is songs that are living in our head rent free. Yesterday, I went to a mermaid themed birthday party, and a song that came on that like everyone went crazy for is the song from H2O Just Add Water. And so I'm going to play a little bit for you and let's just jam out together. It is No Ordinary Girl by Indiana Evans. Hopefully this sounds fine audio-wise, but let's give it a listen. You're welcome for that nostalgia hit. I don't know if that picked up anything on microphone, but I hope it brought you joy. A little flashback. Thank you for joining for episode 1 of the Shower Thoughts podcast with Emily. I will see you next week where we dive into more of my many shower thoughts. Bye.